It is another beautiful day here in Northeast Ohio. However, let's look at the bright side of things, guys. This is the middle of February, and we've been having mid-50s. It's been sunshiny and dry for 12 days in a row, I think. And now we have our very first day of rain, which happens to occur on the day that the roof is getting built over the 405. So the crew is here. They're somewhere. They're putting this carport up. They said they're going to have it done today. And I'm just kind of laughing to myself because I've seen what they've already done in building the framework, you know, the legs for this machine. And if this was one of those kits to put together, I would still be looking for my nut driver right now, you know. And then these guys, I understand, live on the road. They work for this company, and the dealer is going to be here in a little bit. I'm going to introduce you to him. I want to make sure I'm part of the team, but you know, I'm only underneath this umbrella so that the water doesn't get on the lens. Otherwise, I would be right there with them getting soaked to the bone. So I'm going to do my best, though, to show you just the construction of this and let you guys see the vision. First thing me and my helper did yesterday, I went ahead and pulled the live deck out of the way, and we cleaned up this area. We got all the bark removed, and I put on my bucket and I cleared out the asphalt grindings that are here just so it wouldn't interfere with the framework. The side of this, we wanted to get this as close to the cleaner as we could, because we know how much of a challenge it will be with the live deck and the butt ends of these logs and the way that they overhang. It was important for me to have the legs running like this and the peak going like this over top of the machine for a number of reasons. I think had it been the other direction, it would have been too low here in the front. You know, the gutters would have been like right here. And that's going to affect the way that the machine gets filmed. But I also thought that this is going to provide me some shaded area as well. I try to do my best to stay out of the sun. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of these guys' way, but I just wanted to show you the progress, and this is the beginning of it. Bam. And now the fourth leg is going up. Guys, this is going up pretty quick. I am very pleased with my decision to pay someone to put this up. The price is right, guys. I'm serious. This is 12 foot high, like where the gutters are, so the peak is a little bit taller than that. It was important to get the height underneath for me. I wanted to be able to get enough light in so that it films good, but you know, it couldn't be that low because the hoods still have to come up in the air. And now the last one. We had beautiful weather yesterday, and beautiful weather is supposed to return tomorrow, but this is how it is, you know. They have already built 2 of these today. This is their 3rd. And these guys, I'm just watching them. They know what they're doing. They've done this before, you know. This is one of the big reasons, guys, why I didn't want the roof running the other way, because I don't think this perfect clean conveyor would snake through the uprights. And every time I took measurements, it was cutting it close, you know, so I didn't want to risk it. But I just think too, I'm much more comfortable with the peak going this way. It just opens it up underneath real nice. I like it. The rain has stopped. I can shed that umbrella, and we are just watching the progress here, guys. I'm liking it so far. I'm anxious to see what it's going to look like. And this was my big concern with the rest of it, guys. This. The in feed clears the legs, and then the out feed. I am trying to keep a good distance from these guys. It is very hard for me just to stay out of the way and not jump in and start helping these guys. But you know, you get used to it after a while. But this is going really fast. And it's just, you know, I remember when I was a mechanic, you would have a tough job on a car. The first time you did it, it just took forever. But then the next one you're faster, the next one you're faster. I think that's just natural. But these guys here, they're working together as a team, and they're both, I'm watching them and I'm learning how all this works. The big thing is plumb and square and level, you know, and it was pretty interesting watching them how they did that. And I will point out that they're doing it in the rain. Okay guys, here I am. I am with my new friend, Mark. Look at that, he's got his thumb going already.
I love it out here.
Yeah, so Mark, I met Mark. He is the owner and the dealer of these reliable metal buildings. And his company is called K&K Barn. And you got multiple locations here in Northeast Ohio, in Geneva, right?
We have one in Parkman. One in Kirtland.
Wow.
We have one all the way in Elyria.
Holy cow.
And then we have another one that is in Perry, right up by the lake.
All right. So he sells, you know, the garden sheds or just miniature building kind of sheds.
Outbuildings.
And then the carports.
Yep.
And I had met him when I was driving through the Parkman location. And then he, I think probably because of the time of the year also,
yes,
he came out here. And I told him this is a challenging installation because of all of the conveyors.
Amazing business. Very unique business that Joe has.
Yeah, and I was worried about, you know, getting it the fit between the uprights because the in-feed and the out-feed are offset and all. And he spent a lot of time out here. He had his laptop, and we were trying to figure all this out.
We had the width and the length going the wrong way. We had all kinds of metal blocks, mostly on my end. Joe
well, he didn't realize this about my challenges with numbers. You know,
Mine too.
I can spell numbers, but I can't factor them.
I love it.
Yeah, so we're getting this carport built. Now, tell me about your business.
Sure.
What do you do?
So I'm a shed dealer, and it happened by accident. I had a small used car lot. My wife got sick many years ago, and she's doing well with a terminal cancer diagnosis. All
right.
So I got out of the mainstream. I was in the car business for over about 30 years. I opened up a small lot, was losing a lot of money in 2008, 2009, and along came Old Hickory Buildings at the time.
Yeah.
And we're still a dealer with them. We're the oldest Ohio dealer, and they found me with sheds. So I uniquely transversed from car sales into shed sales, and I built a little business out of it.
Okay.
Kind of like what you did with, you know, getting out of what you were doing into wood.
Yeah, with Firewood.
Yeah,
huh?
it's very similar.
So I'm standing next to an entrepreneur here, guy, a success story, but you drive a school bus.
I do, for the health insurance. Got to have health insurance.
Yeah.
I got 3 little ones. Well, they're not little, they're in college. I got a 22, and a 20, and Elena. So between all of us, we need good health insurance. So I still drive a school bus.
Yeah.
Allows me the flexibility to work with great people like Joe and come out and have these built. And it's just amazing to see somebody like him come so far, working outside in the elements and busting. You guys know he works, you know, the guy's around the clock kind of guy. You can tell by his whole situation out here. And I love to see something out of nothing. And this is going to help him. It was great that he met us, and we're just delighted to be here building a building to get him out of the weather.
Yeah, that's right. So you have 4 locations.
Yes.
And you're in the sheds, you know, because I'm thinking of a shed too for like a little miniature office.
Sure.
When it is raining, it can I can put a little air conditioner in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are really neat.
They've come a long way. They're almost like tiny homes now. People take some of the sheds, turn them into tiny homes.
Right.
We have porches, we have cabanas, we have metal buildings, we have carports, we have, you know, almost like barndominium style things. So
about the carport though, this is made by reliable metal
the
buildings.
distributor is Reliable Metal Buildings.
And so that is an Ohio company.
It is. They're based here in Ohio. They have a couple different branches. The one that we use in Ohio is out by Toledo.
All right.
Off in Pioneer, Ohio, if anybody's ever heard of that. And they are, I've had a couple other metal companies in the past, and I find Reliable to be the most actually most dealer friendly and customer friendly. They do show up when they say,
Yeah,
and they do
and
a
they do.
really nice job putting the buildings together. So we're delighted to be part of Reliable Metal right
Yeah, so when I paid the deposit, I got a phone call, and they just spelled it all out to me. They will be here on this day,
Yep.
at this time. They gave me a window, and I mean, what the heck?
Here we are in bad weather.
Yeah, and rain too. These
Missed it by a
guys,
day.
these guys don't stop. They've been up there this whole time in this rain and
they
all.
are really just.
It
very
pays to know
hardworking
what you're
people.
doing.
Yes, they're a hardworking group. I've never had anybody disappointed with the build, and that goes a long way. And we've built quite a few. And the main story I hear is how hard the guys work and how well the building looks when it's
Yeah,
done.
well, you know, this building here, okay, it's going to get a lot of screen time because it's sitting over top of a world famous and world class Firewood processor.
I love
So
it.
you're going to get a lot of visibility. But Mark,
Yes, sir.
okay, so you are Northeast Ohio, that whole region.
Yes.
And I have a lot of subscribers that come from
Sure.
Northeast
We
Ohio.
can sell anywhere in other states too, so we do not have to be local.
Oh, wow.
We have the ability with our shed company or Reliable to sell in multiple states.
Okay.
So give us a call. Our website that you can look us up on is kandkbarn.com.
All right.
And then you'll see our 4 locations.
So I'm going to put a link in the description to this. So guys, if anyone's looking for a shed or if you're looking for a carport, I think give these guys a try.
Absolutely.
I found them very easy to work with. And you know, let's be honest here too. A lot of these shed companies that you see are not trustworthy.
They're not reputable.
There are a
No.
lot of these guys
It's very
that set
sad
up,
for our business.
they'll
Very
set
sad.
up on like a street corner, like at a closed down gas station.
Yep.
And I've seen a lot of complaints in the Better Business Bureau with people that, you know, their deposit just disappeared.
It's terrible. There's a lot of bad people in this business and a lot of really good people.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong if you use companies that you can look up that actually have brick and mortar. Reliable Metal Buildings does, Old Hickory Sheds does, and K&K does as well. And I would stay away and do your due diligence from a lot of the companies that you can't do
Yeah.
that with.
Well, I'll be honest too. You know, I was searching and I was looking, and just by researching you, I finally figured out that you were a
Legit.
reputable.
Yeah, we really and we care about our customer just like you care about yours. And
Sure.
both Joe and I have in common. He says, you know, multiple times while he's here, this is what his customers like. This is how he helps his customer. And if you're going to be in business, you got to be about your customer base. And he does a great job. You can tell by his following on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's an amazing story. I'm just tickled to be part of his day here today, and I'm tickled that he's interviewing me, and it's beautiful.
Guys, as you know, I am always into full disclosure. And Mark, I have not prompted you on these questions, but I'm going to ask you.
Let's rip.
Did you give me this carport for free?
I absolutely did not. I wish I could have.
Did I pay full price for this carport?
There was a sale going on at the time, but yes, you paid the full sale price for the building.
Okay, because when you are on YouTube and
Yes.
if you're an influencer, people are always wanting to know, and I think rightfully so. And
I'm not an employee of Reliable Metal, and I'm not an employee of Joe's Firewood, and Joe's not an employee of K&K, and we're all paying our way. And
yeah,
and this is the second time we've met, and we're for real people.
yeah. So you're a dealer.
We are a
You're
distributor
a dealer.
dealer. Yes,
there
correct.
you go. All right. Okay, so guys, I'm serious. If you're interested in a shed or a carport, check Mark out here. He's super nice.
Thank you
And
so much for having
it's
me.
good to know that there are still good people out there.
It's been fun, and I just really appreciate Joe's time and giving us this opportunity. It's been fantastic.
Yeah. All right. So Mark just stopped in to see this, and then he's going to head on out.
I'm
But,
about an hour away.
yeah. So I'm going to still stick around. We'll show you the final product, guys. But I just wanted you to meet Mark. I think he's really cool.
Thank you so much.
All
for
right,
having me.
guys, Mark.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Everyone.
Much luck to everybody.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys. I am underneath it, and we got one little more panel to go to seal this off. This has gone up really fast. This is a very good working crew here. And just like that, it's done, guys. Well, you know, they still got to put the, they still have to put the ridge cap, is that what that's called? And then it's got trim that goes around it too. Make it look pretty, you know, looks count for something. Well, that was super interesting. Welcome to Ohio. Guys, it is the next day. What happened, if you didn't know, it gets late early around here, and night really came on quick. And man, this gigantic rain came, and these guys worked through all of this rain, and they got it done. I just couldn't film. It was just a driving rain. It was too dark. So the project is complete, and I'm going to show it to you right now. The roof is done. I think it looks awesome. When I saw this morning from the road, I was like, yes, man, that is so cool. But it's a nice looking carport, and you know, these trim pieces are put on. It looks nice, and the tan roof matches, you know, some of the surrounding buildings around here, so it just blends in nice. I like to stay incognito as much as I can. So this is the footprint is 21 feet by 21 feet square. It is 12 feet off of the ground at like the gutters, so it's, you know, obviously a little bit taller here in the peak. And I like that it's wide open. I love the fact that I oriented the roof this way instead of the other way. It just seems logical for it to have gone the other way, but I am just so pleased with this right now. I never even considered this, but it totally makes sense. Had my canopy faced the other way so that the legs were here, yes, I could have forked my baskets in between them, no problem. But if I needed to move this machine out of here, that would have made things so much harder. I'd have to get it turned sideways, you know, and bring it out this way. But here we are, it's wide open. This in feed flips up. The out feed will crank up and flip backwards, and I can just get the big machine to fork this and pull it straight out. You know, like if we ever wanted to like add some basin here, because that rain last night, man, there was standing water in here. Gosh, was it wet. Oh gosh, this rain. But here you are. This is what I like, and this was what really caused me the most worry, because I just never trusted my own ability to take measurements, is the width between these two and these two, because the 405 is an offset machine, but we got plenty of room to spare. It's all done. I like it. I am so pleased with it. I was thinking maybe I didn't need it to be this high, but it's this high nonetheless. I was always worried about it being too dark in here and the videos wouldn't look good, but it's got the machine out of the weather. I think I could still get weather on the engine. I'll probably want to still keep a cover on that or something if you get blowing weather in here. But for me too, I am out of the sun. Now this is winter time, so the sun's much lower in the sky. You know, summertime it's going to be up a much higher, and I'll be safe under here. And I got this nice area right here. I could just make this like I could see a lazy boy, an end table, a remote controller TV, you know, all of the things that you need for firewood production. This is the way these anchors work though. These were driven into the ground, and then that bracket bolts onto the foot of this carport. This ground is just super hard. They couldn't get those augers to go in. They had to use those kind of stakes that you drive into the ground. Or when they first put it up, they measured for square, and then they drove these rebar in. I believe he said these do not hold the carport to the ground. You know, they're there to hold it stable when they're building it. And I also noticed too, these things here, these braces, these were the very last things that they did. These hung free until all of the roof was constructed, and then these were the last things they screwed in, like they were accounting, I guess, for the weight of the roof, I guess. I don't know. But those are the things that I noticed. I just wanted to share all this with you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm putting everything in the description for K&K and for Reliable Metal Buildings. I have no professional relationship with them. I'm a customer, but I really appreciated what they did. Buying one of these, you know, that was my big concern, because a lot of these shed and carport places, you know, you got to watch yourself. I've heard a lot of bad stories, but not with K&K. They're top shelf. And I think if you're really looking for one of these, and you heard Mark say, they can do these in multi-state. So maybe give them a look. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Everyone have a great day.